Welcome to my channel. Today I'll be making a rogue tier list for Demolition. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button at the end of the video. And if you're new around here, don't forget the subscribe button if you enjoyed this video. Now I'm going to go through and tell you what each tier means. Okay, for S, it's the most pick/ban rogues. Okay, and for A, it'll be the above average rogues. B will be average rogues. C will be below average. And D will be rogues that suck/need above/need reworks. And with all that being said, let's get straight into the rest of the video. Okay, so the first rogue we're going to look at is MACK. MACK, in my opinion, is one of the most overpowered characters to ever come out. Gun-wise, his ability isn't the best. He has a lot of good perks. I think if they were to nerf his gun a little bit, or maybe take replenish from him, he would be down like an A or B tier. But currently he's an S tier rogue because his gun is overpowered and literally you can get a 4K instantly. Especially if he has his gun fully charged and gets a kill over and over again. The replenish is just going to keep filling the gun back up. And he can literally just never stop shooting if he's hitting all his shots. So that's why I'm going to be putting MACK in the S tier. Phantom's an all-around good character. I don't think she's overpowered or underpowered. Her smoke is the only thing that counters Fixer's ult, so that gives her a little bit of a plus. Her perks are pretty decent. She has a sniper that can one-shot somebody in the head. But I don't think she's like a must-pick character. She's just a character that you can pick and you'll do pretty good with. So that's why I'll be putting her in the average tier, which is B. Ronin's like a character, if you are new to the game, that's a character you should always pick it, Ronin, before you have any other character unlocked. Ronin has nades, smokes. She has the best AR, in my opinion, in the game, and she has the best SMG. She has tracker rounds. In my opinion, I don't think she's too strong or under strong, so I think I'm going to be putting her in the A tier, just because she's an all-around good character, which has smokes, 2 good guns, and that's why we're putting her in A. Saint has been being picked a lot now, because after they nerf both Dahlia's guns, Saint is just an all-around better character. He has the Mamba, which I would say is one of the top 3 best guns in this game. He has smokes, he has a C4. Pretty sure he has tracker rounds too, if I'm not mistaken. In my opinion, Saint is just a bit better than Dahlia, but Dahlia is pretty good too, because she has nades. But for Saint, I'm not going to say he's a bad rogue. I'm going to say he's an average rogue, just like Phantom, so I'm going to put him in the B tier. Scorch. I don't know, for last season, she was an S tier rogue because of her shotgun, but they nerfed the shotgun to the ground, so it's not very good now. Her SLC is, in my opinion, the best gun in the game if it's upgraded all the way. Because that gun has no recoil if it's upgraded all the way. But half the time, nobody really wants to waste all that money to upgrade it all the way, especially when she has 2 EMPs and a fire nade, and she has a lot of good perks that people can buy. As I'm making this, she's currently disabled because of a bug, but she has a good gun. Her shotgun's not very good anymore. She has EMPs and a fire nade that's pretty good. She has good perks. All that, I'm going to put her in the B tier as an average rogue. Seeker's one of those rogues that changed the game whenever he came in, because he does everything Dallas does, but 10 times better. I think Seeker has the top 3 best AR in the game, maybe the best. I still think the K30 or the Riptide is up there for number 1. Those 3 would be the top 3 ARs in this game. But Seeker has a good kit. He has a bounce nade, which is pretty insane if you can bounce it off stuff right. He has sticky sensors, so he can throw them on the flank, and then he can go in the battle, because if he throws them on the flank and goes in the battle, then he has people watching. Nobody really has to watch the flank, so sticky sensors are working. Unless they have a Lancer on the other team, since she can go through him. Seeker, he's not always a banned rogue, but he's banned every once in a while, but I feel like he's always picked in rank. I'm always playing against Seeker, or my team has a Seeker. Usually I'm the one that playing Seeker in rank. So with that being said, I think he's our second S tier rogue of the tier list. SIGRID. This SIGRID, and she's been through a lot of buffs. I think too many buffs, in my opinion. She literally can't take melee damage anymore, even though melees are horrible now, unless you have like all the upgraded. The baseball bat is literally the most useless thing in the game now. SIGRID literally shield diffuse better than Anvil now, because she can just pop her ult, take a stim, just go there and diffuse. The only thing that can really stop her is if they push or throw a molly at her. She's literally a tank whenever she has her shield out because you can't melee her. Half the time, the nades, if you throw it in front of her, it doesn't do nothing because she can just crouch. I'm saying she's definitely above average rogue, maybe S tier rogue. I feel like she's an A tier rogue, but she's literally the most banned rogue in the game in rank. So with that being said, I'm gonna have to put her in what's called S tier because she's literally the most banned rogue. Talon has the best DMR in the game right now. Probably the best gun in the game, the Deadeye. Deadeye, 3 taps to the body, 1 tap. It can do 1 headshot to body. It's literally an all-around best DMR in the game. He has a bunch of good perks. He can literally have a dart that can see through stuff. But I just feel like some maps there's better choices than him, like Seeker and stuff. His best map, I would say, is like Lockdown and stuff. I would say he isn't a below average rogue or above average rogue. I feel like he's an average rogue with his kit. What makes him really good is because he has 2 flashbangs. So I'm going to put him in B tier because I feel like he's an average rogue. I don't feel like he's over or underpowered. I feel like he's in a good position. Trench is one of the best defenders in this game. He can hold anything down with his 3 trophy, 2 barbed wires, and now he has trip mines, which the trip mines are kind of annoying to deal with because been used to them not being in the game, but now they're back in the game and you have to look out for them again. I kind of do miss his tear gas in some situations, but I feel like the trip mines were a good addition because I don't think there would be any other rogue that it would fit more than him because that's what he's made for, is to set stuff down and defend an area. So he has MXR and the HRM, which are 2 good guns. I feel like the MXR is not the same gun as Dahlia has. I feel like the MXR on Trench is like 10 times better than the Dahlia one. I don't know if that's just a thing in my head, but I also have a couple friends that agree with me like that. The MXR and Trench is just 10 times better for some reason. The HRM is probably, it's one of the hardest guns to be good at in the game, I would say. Because you really have to hit those headshots. But when I use it, I'm on keyboard, so I just sit there and tap the button, like, because you can shoot way faster if you sit there and tap the button, and I can have keep having first shot accuracy if I'm aiming at their head, and I can just like triple dink them real easy. Actually, I think it's 4 shots in the head, not 3. I don't think he's an average rogue. I feel like he's an above average rogue because he's one of the most picked defenders every once in a while. So with all that being said, I'm going to put him in the A tier. Bai is one of my most played rogues in this game. He's one of the rogues I always played back in the beta and season 1. Until they kind of nerfed her AR. I didn't really like it, and that the buy traps were broke where they wouldn't cluster out, so I haven't really played her since then. After that, I started just playing KETRAL pretty much all the time. Vi is one of the best characters to hold a sight because she has 2 poisons, she has 2 tear gases, of Molly, she has a pretty good gun. Like, she has tracker rounds, which helps a lot too. I feel like she's around an average rogue. Since she can hold people out of the sight for a long period of time with her 2 poisons, tear gas, and Molly, and she has pretty good perks, I'm going to be putting her in the A tier. I don't think she's an average rogue. I feel like she's a pretty good rogue to be up in the top. Anvil's the guy that sits in the back and tries not to die with his trophies, so he can do either shield retakes, or if you're attacking, he can plant with his shield. I feel like right now SIGRID can do what he does, but 10 times better. The only thing that sucks with SIGRID is she doesn't have trophies to like the holder, but he has the LMG, which is pretty much is a good around gun. I wouldn't say it's the best gun or the worst gun, since Max LMG is like 10 times better than his. But I wouldn't say he is below average. I would say he might be an above average rogue to an average rogue. But since he has 2 trophies that can hold a sight, he can use a shield for retake. He has a good LMG. He has a C4 that can blow people up if they get too close. So with all that, I'm going to be putting Anvil in the A tier. CHACC is a tank in this game. He has a very good SMG that has good range on it. He has 2 flashbangs and a Simtex. His ult can make him have 175 HP for like 25 seconds. Or it's going to go down from 175 to 100. It takes like 20 seconds for it to go down. He has both Replenish and Life Drain, which give him his health back instantly and ammo. He's definitely a above average to S tier rogue. He's banned every once in a while in rank. I would say he's most picked rogue on a lot of maps. He's always playing on most maps. So that's why he's going to be our 4th rogue on that S tier. Dahlia. Like I said, I feel like Saint does a lot of what she does better. The only reason I feel like she's above what's called Saint to the same tier is because her ability can't be shot out like the Saint drone can. She has 2 smokes, and she does a little bit better what Saint does because she can have 2 smokes and a nade, or she can have 3 smokes and a nade with Trench's ult. With Trench's passive. So that's why I feel like she's above. So I'm gonna put her in the A tier. just right above Saint. Okay, Dallas. Dallas is a good rogue, but the problem is Seeker does everything that he does a bit better. Dallas has two of the most, what's called, controversial guns in this game that are hard to use. His DMR, in my opinion, is the worst gun for me to use because I suck with it. His HRM is one of the hardest guns to use, but I'm pretty good with it. He has a Molly. I'm pretty sure he has 2 EMPs if I'm not wrong. He has bounce back if I'm not wrong about that too. He has armor. And like, he's one of those rogues that, like, let's say they're pushing B site and your teammates say they see at least 3. If he's on A side, he can snap his finger and see if it is lurking A or flank. And if they're not, he can go flank because he has stalker and padded real easy. Or he can know that all 4 of them are pushing B site and he can hurry up and rotate back to the site that your team's on. I don't think he's an above or below average rogue. I'm going to say he's an average rogue, so that's why I'm going to be putting him in the B tier. DIMA's my favorite rogue in the game. He has one of my favorite skins in the game. He's an all-around person. I feel like he's kind of underrated, but he's kind of sucks in the same time in high play. He's definitely a below average to needing a buff rogue. I feel like he's good in King of the Hill, but that's for another video, a different day. This is Demo. I'm like, he has an ult that can kill people. He has a nade. He has EMPs. Like, what I like to do with him is I like to throw a nade and throw an EMP right away. And it blows up the nade right where people are sitting instantly. He has good perks, but he just lacks because people can get away from his ult easy. Like, trophies can eat his ult if he doesn't know the trophies are there. So, I think I'm gonna put him in C tier. I don't think he's bad. He's kind of is a D tier rogue, but I don't think he sucks. He's pretty good sometimes. Like, he's good on High Castle and Lockdown, but I wouldn't say he's good on the other maps. So I'm gonna put him in the C tier. Fixer is still one of the most powerful rogues in the game, just because he can see through smoke. No what's it called, character in video game history should be able to see through smoke. Smoke's the one thing you should be able to rely on in games to be able to get past an area that you want to get past. With him, he kind of just breaks the game. But his sniper now sucks, unless you're hitting headshots. Some people are saying they need to give him replenish for a sniper, but I think he's in a good area with his sniper. You just need to hit your headshots. He has the DMR, which is, like I said, the most powerful gun in the game. He has a C4 as well. He is one of the biggest smokes in the game. He also has a bug right now. If you get shot with his, what's called, if he shoots you, his passive never goes away for the rest of the game, which is the slowing effect, which sucks. I don't know if he's an S tier rogue. He's definitely an S or A tier rogue. But with the game evolving and all these new what's called characters, it's real easy to what's called avoid him. Like, it's impossible to what's called, if he Fixer ults the what's called site and he goes and plants, it's kind of hard to get him off the site because he can just see through the smoke and you have to guess where he's at. But he's still an S tier rogue in my opinion, to an A tier. But yeah, he's definitely an S tier rogue still. But let's go down to Glitch. Glitch in this last update got a lot of help. Called adding, was it 10 or 15 meters to his hack? And I would say I see him picked a lot now. Even in the pro scene, he's picked a lot now. He's not underrated anymore. He's not an S tier rogue. I would say he's in B or A tier rogue because he can hack, he has a nade, he has flashes. The one thing I think would be better if he had is get rid of the nade and give him EMPs because it fits his character. He has padded steps as well, and he can padded step around. So he can, if your guys are going to be pushing A, he can go B side of his padded, have his ult back out, have his ult out and is clear. If he doesn't see anybody, he can keep moving up. And if he doesn't see anything, he can say they're still on that site. And if they're not there, he can just keep on moving through their spawn. But I don't think he's a S tier rogue. He's definitely an average to A tier rogue. If I have to make a guess, I would put him in the B tier rogue. KETRAL. KETRAL is my favorite, not my favorite rogue, but the only rogue I'm good at currently because I'm washed. I literally only played her for the last 3 months without playing really any other rogue. She has a bounce nade. She has a good ult that can kill multiple kills if they're sitting in the corner or behind cover. She has padded stalker, which I can pad stalker around the map. She has replenish. She has like top 3 AR, like I said earlier in the game, the Riptide. The SMG is pretty good. I've seen people use it a lot in what's called respawns now. She's definitely an A to S tier rogue. Currently, I would say she's an S tier rogue because she's pretty much a must pick on most maps, what's called in rank or even at the highest level. She's banned a lot, especially if I'm playing against people and they see my name before and I get target banned a lot. So I think she's an S tier rogue currently. Lancer's just like She's annoying. She's literally one of the most banned characters in this game. Everyone just bans her because they don't want to have to deal with her on the flank. Because she can literally run through stickies in her ult, what's called not be revealed. The Talon dart doesn't do nothing for her. If Seeker shoots her bow and she's in her ult, doesn't reveal her. She has what's called pad steps and stalker too. She can get around the map real fast. She's an S or A tier rogue. She's definitely not average or to below average. I think she's an S tier rogue. I think I'm gonna put her in A. No, she's definitely an S. But like she has 2 smokes and a stim text. Her smokes, she can literally run through silent and nobody would ever know. That's why we put her in S tier. So that's all the rogues. This is my list. Tell me in the comments if you agree or disagree. I'm like, there's a couple rogues that I could switch and I wouldn't hate it. Like MACK could be an A tier because his ult sucks, but his gun's just powerful. Seeker is always picked, like I said. SIGRID, I hate SIGRID's like one of the most banned characters, along with Lancer. CHACC's just an all-around good character and a tank. Fixer sees through smoke. Kestrel's good. The one character I feel that needs love is DIMA. All the other characters are pretty good. I'm going to be doing a Strikeout and a King of the Hill Rogue tier list. Also might be doing a Guns tier list. So let me know if you want to see those down in the comments. I'm also be changing my content up a little bit on my channel. I'm going to be doing like videos like this. I'm going to be doing challenge videos like the challenge accepted. I should have a challenge accepted one called up the day before this one comes out. I also be covering like leaks and stuff now because those are popular on my channel, and I think I've gained on each one I've posted, I've gained like 30, 40 what's called subs on them, so people like to see those. So all that being said, thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you tomorrow in another video. Bye.